What's up guys, Joe here from Vice Athletics. So this week, let's start last week, we did our full steps. And so that was the whole overview where we are working on getting your feet planted solidly into the floor, and you're getting maximum push and propulsion as you take off. So we're not wasting any energy and you're not losing time when you're doing your starts and when you're working on your sprint mechanics. So what we thought we would do this week is we'll take it to the first progression that we normally go through. Now, the first progression, it's a ring drill, right? So we've got rings on the floor. You don't need rings if you're doing this out on a turf field or anywhere you might be, right? We're using them here for our reference points. You can certainly pop out some towels or some cones, or literally just set your cell phone on the floor as your first step. Just anything as a marker that you could use. But what we'll do here today, because it's easier to see, is we're gonna use our ring drill. So if you notice, our rings are staggered further and further apart. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to set the template for a foot pattern that I'm trying to get out of the first 5 yards of a sprint. So in this drill, basically, I'll go ahead and have Ariel go through one rep. So I'll just have you do the rep. Ready, set, and go. Got it. So on that drill, again, the emphasis is on foot placement and then a lengthening of your stride on the acceleration. So we'll do this multiple ways. I'll have him start with his left foot forward. Just go ready, set, go. And we'll have the athletes start with their right foot forward as well. So we want to be equally strong pushing off on both sides. You may favor one side versus another, and that's fine. And maybe that's your standard stance if you're on the line of scrimmage or whatever your tendencies are, but we want to strengthen both sides equally. Ready, set, go. Got it. And again, what we are reinforcing is that long stride length as we go through this whole process. Now, as he gets loose and he gets comfortable, I may scoot these rings a few inches further apart. So I'm really trying to get into an overstride where, again, that first step is still that jab, powerful step. Ready, set, go. And then as he starts cranking up the intensity, we can lengthen it out. What you don't want to do is set it so far out in front that you feel like you're overstriding to reach out for the cone or for the ring. You want to continue the acceleration process. Let's do one more rep. One last key point, he's staying fairly low. Even on that first step start acceleration, he doesn't come up at all. He's going to be shot out of the cannon. Ready, set, go. Got it. So he keeps his torso at a low angle. He's really focusing on being more horizontal than vertical. So if his first move again is here and he comes up, he's losing energy and he's losing distance. So we really try to coach up staying low and being shot out horizontally. All right, so let's say that we've done this drill, we've done a set of 5 on each leg. This is something that I would probably just drill the crap out of, just practice, 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 practice. I don't think you're gonna get this just doing a set of 10. So I would go through a set of 10, do some recovery, and then I'd have them repeat the set of 10. We probably generally do 3 sets of 10, as long as we're dialed in and specific and focused. A quick variation on this, and definitely more applicable to multi-directional sports, is a lateral start. So yeah, so the first thing that we'll do, again, it's a different start position, right? So what he's doing, he's got energy down into the floor on both feet. He's gonna push off of his left foot. The right foot has got to open 90 degrees and pivot into the first ring, and then you've got to haul ass to accelerate, right? So it's a really challenging multi-directional exercise. Are you loose? Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
All right, let's do a couple reps. Ready, set, go. Open and accelerate. Got it. And again, what the emphasis is on that side, and we teach this and we coach this all the time, is that I'm getting a push off the outside edge of my foot. A lot of times with our crossover positions, we'll have athletes, again, take that false step and then cross over. and they're losing distance and they're losing power, right? So if I get narrow, I've got no power, and then I cross over. So what we're trying to get out of that is the push and the open, and it's a shorter path from A to B. So let's do the opposite way. Ready, set, go. Open and accelerate. Got it. So it's a really, really easy drill to repeat and to practice. It's pretty simplified as far as there's not much thought process that goes into it, right? So at the end of the day, we want to break it down to its smallest component. And so that smallest component is not taking any full steps. Once we have that mastered, then you can start to work on the power production and the power development. Once you have that mastered, then you can work on staying low and staying horizontal. So that's a really easy kind of 3-step process that we put everybody through. And again, these are drills that need to be done consistently. Don't do this once and say, yeah, you're good. I think this is something that takes weeks to master, and you'll get to the point where you really can start putting some energy into the floor and really start working on your accelerations and your speed as it relates to sprinting, multi-directional change of direction. So hopefully you guys learned something today. If you guys have any questions, always feel free to reach out to us and we'll keep it up. Thank you.